Hi everybody, I'm Scott Hards and this is
Brian Keaney.
Hi there, and we're here with the first ever episode of our new internet podcast that we're calling HobbyWire.
HobbyWire.
And every week, or every couple of weeks, or every month, or as product determines, we're going to bring you the latest and greatest information about exciting new scale kit releases.
That's right.
And we've gotten back together recently with our new Boss Build show, or I should say our old Boss Build show that we did years ago, and we've revived that. Check out my videos building the new Tacom Blitz Yacht Tiger, if you haven't seen that. And we're going to get Brian back on Boss Builds too, I'm hoping. You got something planned for us here?
Well, there's always a plan.
There's always a plan.
Yeah, time, if there's time.
Cramming this stuff into our work schedules is something that's always a challenge when we're doing this kind of production. But we'll make it work. Yeah. And sadly, I must mention that actually our work schedules have gotten a little less busy lately because of the reason that's causing the world to be crazy kind of right now, the coronavirus going nuts. So we hope that, of course, everyone is staying safe, staying healthy, and hopefully staying at home, which ironically may give you some opportunity to dig into some of these new kits if your schedule allows or if your family allows, as the case may be.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So we got a lot of new stuff here that we want to talk about in this our first episode. And Brian, where would you like to start?
We can go NASCAR first.
NASCAR, is that still a thing? NASCAR?
Yeah. Hey, all you Americans out there, still a thing, right? Yeah, I think it used to be. At least it was in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and 2000s.
And these are from the 80s,
Yeah, these are from we got some from the 70s and some from the 80s. I guess one of the golden ages of NASCAR. And if you're a NASCAR fan or if you're a car modeling fan, these are pretty cool because, well, number one, these are from America. This is a new company called Salvinos JR Models.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, Salvinos, or Salvinos, like apostrophe, belonging to Salvino. And,
right.
The JR is apparently the owner's first initials, which I don't know, John and Robert, perhaps.
Okay.
Don't know. John, Robert, if you're watching, correct me. And models, of course, are models. But these are, I was very surprised about this. All new toolings, apparently. When I first heard about this, I thought they might be old AMT, NPC.
Yeah. The shape of the box and everything is reminding me of kits from the 70s and 80s.
Absolutely. But when I got more information on them, apparently they're all new toolings and fully licensed by GM. Now, the Salvinos model kits are all GM products like Buicks and Chevy Monte Carlos here.
Well, let's take a look at one of these.
442s. Yeah, well, let's check out. Well, everybody knows the King, I hope. All you Americans out there know the King, right? Richard Petty.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're from Michigan, right? Detroit.
Yes.
Motor City.
Well, not from Detroit, but Michigan, close enough.
Detroit-ish.
Flint, which is also a big motor town.
St. Clair Shores, close to Detroit. But anyway, this is Richard Petty, the King, and this is his 1980 race-winning Chevrolet Monte Carlo. So let me put these little guys flat a little bit, and we'll check out and see. Now, don't worry about this damage. This is one that's not shrink wrap, so we wanted to show you the part. So we pulled one that had a little scrunch on the box there. And there's your body there. And it's pure NASCAR. It's got the now the interesting point about NASCAR from the late 70s into the early 80s they were still basically stock cars, National Association of Stock Car Racing. But now these days NASCARs are just tube frames and stamped metal bodies and all that, with stickers on it to make it sort of look like the car it's supposed to represent. But in this era, these were still based on actual stock cars,
modified production vehicles.
Yeah. Although incredibly modified by this point. But this is a good looking Monte Carlo body. But it's got the window support struts, all the NASCAR E-type stuff. No door handles on there. Pretty crisp moldings. For what I'm seeing here, you got your full NASCAR interior with the cage, your headers.
Oh, and this all this chrome stuff looks pretty chromy.
Yeah, chrome, and that's a good point. The Salvinos guys made a point of telling me that this is real chrome. This isn't that plasticky chrome stuff you'll see in other makers' kits. No, this is real bona fide.
You mean what's on the plastic is actual chrome?
Yeah. And they gave you a long technical explanation, and it's something to do with the chrome plating, the process, and the materials used. And basically, what the effect is it's not such a bright, shiny,
over the top kind of mirror-like finish.
Exactly, like you see in a lot of car kits. And,
it looks pretty realistic to me.
Yeah.
You're probably not getting this very well on holding it here. We'll toss in some close-ups here for you in a bit, but yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yep, wheels look nice. This all looks nice, and again, crisp moldings.
Now, there's never been these sorts of offerings before in a scale kit?
Well, Monogram and Revell has had a series of NASCAR kits over the ages.
Right.
I think with licensing issues and that, they have come and gone. But as all new toolings, these are really nice, and it's got the full sponsorship details, STP decals, all on here.
Nice.
All that, and this is all again fully licensed, which is really good and made in the USA.
Now, you were saying these go for here in Japan. Our price is like what, 7,000 yen, 7,200 yen. So that's about $65. But probably overseas, you may be able to get this less, particularly in the United States.
Particularly in the States, yeah, it's a domestic, made in the USA product. So you can patriotically purchase this, and it'd probably be a little bit less than what you can get it as an import product from HLJ.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention, we are actually bringing this podcast to you from the offices of the Beaver Corporation, which is HobbyLink Japan's import subsidiary. So HobbyLink Japan buys stuff from the Beaver Corporation that comes in from overseas, and in many cases it goes back out overseas.
Yes.
So it's kind of an interesting way that we get things done here, but it is available to go anyone in the world through HobbyLink Japan.
Yep, and great, nice rubber tires here with decals for the Goodyear markings on there. Again, all fully licensed. Now here's, this is one of the things with a lot of modern kits these days. Can you get it back in the box? So many parts these days, and without crushing it. And I think I'm going to be okay.
I think you've
there,
succeeded there, Brian.
Gingerly put the King back in here. And right now, again, they're all GM products. So we got Richard Petty and his Monte Carlo here. Bobby Allison is another famous name in racing.
Right.
Junior Johnson, who was in the NASCAR. I think all these people are NASCAR Hall of Famers. Junior Johnson, Buddy Baker, all those classic names. So yeah, just to wrap up the Salvinos part, we're really excited about this, and these are selling really well in Japan. You'll be surprised how popular NASCAR is in Japan. Now, I know you're an F1 fan.
I'm more of an F1 guy.
And you like turning right as well as left.
And braking.
But NASCAR has its road courses too, and braking, But NASCAR has a pretty big following worldwide.
But right now, with F1 being on big deep freeze thanks to coronavirus, at this point, that probably that's right. At this point, I'll take anything I can get.
Yes.
I wanted to show this. I wanted to show the decals, which are very cool. Yeah, STP. All these nice things are in there. Good to go. We got the nice Monte Carlo body with the NASCAR type things, those windows not falling out straps. So that's cool. Rubber tires. Always good to have rubber tires. Where's that real chrome?
Yeah. We're talking about
parts, clear parts, very nice, very clear. And everybody loves real chrome, so here we go. Real homegrown chrome.
Does that come out easily?
The chrome?
Out of the bag, I mean.
Actually, yes. There, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at
very
that
nice
deep.
looking. Yeah. I've seen a lot of chrome parts, and those do look really nice. They don't look fake either way.
Deep and luxurious.
That's good. Now that thing you just kind of pushed out of the way there, that's also like sort of like the opposite of NASCAR, isn't it?
Exactly.
What do we have here, Brian?
This could have been like nascent NASCAR type stuff people were racing. This is another, this is not a new maker. KA models or KA models, which as an aside there, we've talked to the owner and we say, is it KA or is it KA models? And he says, either one's fine. So
okay.
KA, your choice.
I go with KA.
KA.
KA models, it's always been like photo etch and stuff, right?
Yep, they started out doing just photo etch and resin parts, mainly for aircraft and some ships and things like that. But the owner, Lawrence, he loves cars of all types. His favorite car is the 427 AC Cobra. He would love to have one of those, as would we all probably.
And what the heck is a Mazda K360?
Mazda K360 is that, K is probably stands for K as in light. So it's the Light 360 from Mazda, or Mazda in Japan. It's a three-wheeler. It's like, it was a little utility type three-wheeler truck. Could have done a little more studying and found out when these came out. I think these were designed in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah, it certainly looks like something out of the 50s.
And by the way, KA Models or KA Models is a Korean company, and this particular vehicle was also license produced in Korea. So that's why it's
something that would be attractive to the Korean market as well.
Right. So that's why he wanted to do it. This
is like their first ever scale kit, right?
First ever full plastic injection kit.
24th scale. So, but even in 24th scale, this thing's going to be pretty teeny. Can we pop out the body part or something?
Yeah, it's got an interesting box. It's like a caramel type box, but you pull it out and it's got this kind of a open style box here, so you can get in here and see the parts. Here's the cab.
So yeah, not particularly large, but very, very crisp tooling.
It's very crisp. Yep. And chassis parts, everything. Yeah, there's obviously, with these days, you would expect there to be no flash or extraneous plastic on the thing. Clear parts, which you probably can't see at all here. Crystal clear windshields on it. Wow, this is actually
Well,
very clear.
it looks like either if they're doing their own tooling, they certainly know what they're doing, or they found a good place to do their tooling for them.
Yep. Now here's some chrome. This chrome looks decent to me too. I don't know if this is real chrome,
But it does look a lot shinier than what we were seeing in the
it's a little shinier. Yeah,
the NASCAR kits.
The real chrome of the
right,
Salvinos
very
kits.
cool.
Yeah, so we're glad. And this is actually, this is a brand new kit. It came out. We just started getting them in last month, but we're already on our third lot of kits coming in. It's just, they come in, they go out, they come in.
We have a very interesting box art here. We've got a father consoling a crying daughter, I guess, with a cute puppy in the foreground here. You're kind of stressing the part of everyday life sort of nature of the vehicle.
Yeah,
kind of quaint.
The Showa field of the Showa period, which is where these things. Now, what does this say? This is
Jikayo, which means
home use.
Home use, yeah. It means it's not for business use.
Oh, right.
Because that would require in Japan a different license on the vehicle if you're going to be
right.
using it for business use. So.
Right. Now let's see how nice I can get that in there. So yeah, this is really good, and this is selling for
4,800.
4,800, yeah. But it's incredibly detailed, lots of parts.
So roughly $40 or so.
Yeah.
Wherever fine kits are sold.
That's right. And again, it's from Korea, and we imported it into Japan, so it's probably going to be about that same price around the world. Probably cheaper in Korea for those of you in Korea right now. So, nice cars.
Finishing
NASCARs
up
and nice cars.
on kits that actually have wheels on them, or at least one regular rubber wheel. Now this from Das Werk. This is a Dragon kit with new parts?
Yep, originally a Dragon kit. I'm not sure when it was released, quite a while ago. But Das Werk purchased the plastic and created this incredibly strong new box. It is very sturdy, and a new set of instruction booklet, basically, and some really nice decals that the original Dragon kit did not have. So if you're a Kit and Crod fan, this is the way to go.
All right, so this is a bit of a derivative, though, not an entirely new kit, but still of interest, I'm sure, to military modelers.
Yep.
Now, we do have another completely new kit here. This looks very interesting. The HMS Colossus 700 scale ship kit in a very sturdy cardboard box that suggests it's going to be like resin in there, but...
Right, well, IHP, International Hobby, not international, what are the Imperial Hobby Productions? Does it say that on there?
IHP.
IHP, Imperial Hobby Productions.
I'm sure someone will correct us.
Start mostly doing resin sets and resin called Craftsman kits, where it's just like a basic hollow superstructure. You add your parts. This is their very first injection kit, and they're from America, another American company.
It's not made in USA. Reading from the side of the box here, designed and packaged in the USA by Imperial Hobby Productions. Plastic parts made in China. Well, let's take a look at the plastic parts that are made in China.
Yes.
Okay, what do we have here?
Packed in. The only thing that's not bagged is just the hull parts.
Oh, wow. These look extremely sharp.
Yeah. Now, there's a little flash on the runners here, but I don't see any flash on the
actual parts.
And the molding is super crisp.
Yeah, the cranes and stuff here look really good.
Hull parts are nice. And this is a waterline model.
Yep. A light fleet carrier.
Light fleet carrier, the British HMS Colossus.
The decals give away that apparently you could also build, or they're going to release something called the HMS Venerable.
Sister ship, the Venerable. That's right. And this particular kit doesn't come with the air. What is it called? The air arm. What is the air arm? There are
the planes.
The planes. Yeah, there are planes that you park on the boat. Not included with this kit, but there are plans for some upcoming variations, and including the Venerable, that will include the air wing. Maybe that was the phrase I was looking for, the air wing.
Yep. Now let's see, are we going to get that back in the box?
We'll address that later. I'll just put it aside. This is another one of those where it's just got so many parts in it that it's a little difficult. So yeah, HMS Colossus from Imperial Hobby Productions, all new 1/700th kit. And this one is, I don't want to get the price wrong because, then people talk. You get the price wrong, so let's see. Okay, that's what I thought. It's 9,500 yen, so it's again not cheap and probably
bit pricey.
Yeah, but it's a kind of a short short run injection thing, and those tend to be a little more pricier than
so
the
probably around $90 or so, depending on where you can get it.
Yeah. So again, if you're in the States, you might find it for a little bit less expensive than that, or more expensive. Less expensive would be the phrase. Cheaper is better. Yeah, we're friends here, right? So yeah, you can get it cheaper. Maybe, but we have it. Two
more kits we want to cover real quick here. Of course, Meng. A lot of people say Meng. We say Meng or Meng.
Mr. Meng.
Mr. Meng. Yeah. So Meng models, another one in their series of the cute, deformed or cartoony kits. Yes. This is the C-17 Globemaster 3, which it retains all of its characteristics, even in this cute, cartoony shape.
You ever flown on one?
I've never flown on a Globemaster.
I've flown on one, but
I flew on a Hercules once, but never on a Globemaster. Right. But I've seen Globemasters do that. They're crazy short field takeoffs and landings, and that's very impressive. When you see an aircraft coming in for landing, and you see the thrust reversers deploy while it's still in the air, that's a little scary. But yeah, if you go to an air show, they like to do that. But yeah, these are great kits, of course, for kids' first models or for getting someone who's not much of a modeler be interested in modelers, because the cuteness factor is very high here.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be, the little guppy's gonna be about this big. You can't really see the wings in here, but I guess the wingspan would be something like this. So yeah, it's a nice cute kit. For those of you who like the, this wouldn't be really class. Would you call this like with the Hasegawa eggplane type?
Yeah. It's in that genre, of course.
It's not really eggish,
the cute deformed series stuff, cartoon series.
Yeah, and these sell really well too, and are pretty cute. And this little guy is only, again, you get a check, because when you get old like me, you can't remember this stuff. It's only 2,000 yen, so that's a good price.
$20 or less, wherever fine kits.
So yes. C-17 Globemaster.
All right, and let's see, one last one we wanted to show off here. Now this is the Meng Jumbo Sherman.
Yes,
and
E2.
You are the tank man, so what's different or what's new and exciting about this one? I know they've got a lot of Shermans out already, right?
This is the second one, I believe. They had the M4A3 with the 76 millimeter, the normal one with the long barrel gun. Now this one is the up armored jumbo, so called because it had a lot of applique, or you can see on here. Even if you see this, anybody who are familiar with Shermans, it's got a big slab of armor on the front plate there. I think the transmission cover was beefed up, and the turret, obviously the mantlet is huge there, and some extra armor all around the turret to make it, because Shermans got their butts handed to them quite a bit in World War II, to put it lightly, but there were a lot of them, so yay, they won the war. But to give them a little more confidence when they're in the tank, this was up armored, which kind of overstressed the suspension because it weighed a lot more, and it had the same suspension.
Talking about overstressing, I don't want to get into the weeds here, but that yacht tiger I'm building, holy cow, that was the heaviest thing that was ever produced in World War II.
70 tons?
Basically, they broke it just by using it.
That's right. Hey, let's go over there. Okay, we're done. Yeah, and that's why Shermans and Russian T-34s and the British tanks made in numbers, and they worked.
So the new Jumbo Sherman, the rest of this is pretty much parts that they've already done, so we probably don't need to break that out today.
Yeah. I think the duckbills on the tracks are new and specific to Jumbos, but other than that, the parts are like that.
All right,
Jumbo Sherman. So
that's a lot of stuff for our first episode.
Yeah.
And wait! Don't stop the video yet, because there's actually one more thing.
We got more.
There's one more thing.
Oh,
there's one more thing.
What could it be?
Just a moment.
Okay. And will we be able to get it back in the box? It's always a question. What the? Okay, first of all, where did that come from? Lord have mercy. This is a large box. So what am I looking at here?
I don't think the whole box is even on camera yet. Okay.
Okay, well, it's a B-52 for one, a B-52H, and the scale is 1/48.
A 1/48th scale B-52.
And this is by HPH Models of the Czech Republic.
I checked.
Should I stand up? I think I'm stuck. I'm good.
The wingspan of a B-52 is roughly 56 meters. So that means that in 48 scale, it's going to be like a 1.2 meter wingspan.
Yep.
Brian, we got to take a look.
117 is the 117 centimeters.
We got to take a look at this.
My son is just really hard now. Okay, so the lid's coming off.
Okay, lid comes off.
So inside and more boxes. Oh, but we do have this. Gently, ever so gently, fuselage parts.
Whoops, sorry. Stay there.
Squeaky.
Holy cow! Look at this.
It's like a baseball bat or more.
So the whole, are we even all fitting this in the frame? So this is the obviously the fuselage. If you look on the inside, you can see like the what is this, fiberglass, or what they call fiber reinforcement, FRP,
So
internal, and it looks like it's already assembled, the left and right halves. Maybe that's how they make it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Trade secret.
Yeah, anybody who's involved with the production of this kit, if you'd like to chime in with the know-how or some stats for us, that would be great. Quite a bit of a parting line here, but that's gonna take some sanding to take care of.
Obviously.
But this is going to be something for an advanced modeler, very much. Now, besides this giant fuselage part, there are 5 boxes of parts within the kit, very clearly marked: bomb bay and landing flaps, ALCM and Mark 82 weapons, a cockpit and standard weapons, external parts and engine. Let's take a look at box number 1, external parts and engine. And we have giant wings, below that.
Wow. Oh, crap! These wings are one piece too.
The wings are one piece?
Yeah.
Wow. Can we get it out? Are we gonna ever get it back in if we get them out?
Well, let's have a look.
So here's some of the engine nacelles here. I'm taking a look in the box. Here's all the engine nacelles, all 8 of
resin.
them.
Those are resin pieces.
Yep, this is resin.
Yeah, well, here's
That's
not
a
one.
wing.
Yeah, and it's the
Oh
same
my goodness, the
construction.
wing is also fiber and pre-assembled
Yeah.
ish.
Yeah. So
Holy
if
cow.
we hold which side is that?
That's going to be
this
that side. So
just to give you a very rough
roughly
idea.
this position. Let's see here if we line up the big holes.
Big old
I'm feeling like
holes,
there's some other
the
parts here that
contour.
are not.
Yeah, the
that are
contour
not
with the
here.
wing on there. Well, kind of like.
Oh wait, like this. Okay, yeah, something like that.
BV2.
Oh my goodness.
H. So, impressive.
That's going to be one of those kits that if I was going to display at home, I would just mount it on the wall because I don't think I have the horizontal
Ceiling.
space.
Hang from the ceiling.
So this looks like a very, very major project, to say the least, for anybody who's really into the history of the U.S. Air Force. This is an absolute must build. The B-52 first flew in 1952.
Easy to remember. 52 and 52.
So that's, let's see, 48 plus 20, 68 years ago. So this aircraft is probably older than the vast majority of our viewers, or either of us.
Pilots flying the aircraft themselves.
Yeah, the pilots flying the aircraft. Yeah. So back in the 50s, though, wasn't that sort of the heyday of development, where you'd have frontline fighters that were only the main aircraft for maybe a couple of years, like the Century series? They just kept evolving. And now we're looking at an aircraft that is still in frontline use today, 68 years later. So
find a better tool for the job, I guess.
Yeah. Pretty amazing stuff. Wow, look at all this photo etch.
Tons of photo etch. Now, the kit, as we're carrying it here at Beaver and HLJ, is a special Japanese version. HPH also offers a simplified kit for much less. This kit's like 280,000 yen, which is like...
Whoa,
Yeah.
Hello.
This special set, that's like 2,500.
280,000 yen is like
US?
$2,500.
Something like that, yeah. But they offer a much a different version in the European market only.
Right.
That's I don't know what the price is, but this includes 3 or 4 special sets that are some of these boxes in here, like the flap set, a cockpit set. I think that's its ALCM and weapons set, and some other things. So put it all together, and you get this big super set. And when we first started marketing this here in Japan, we were like, oh, we'd be happy if we sold, a couple, 3, but we sold a lot more than that, although I won't divulge that number.
Trade secret.
But very happy with the sales of this, because it is an amazing kit, and it's a 148 B-52H.
All right.
But yeah, you get tons of photo etch, decals, film for the instrument panel and all that stuff there. So this is an amazing kit, and if you want a big, huge B-52,
here you go.
There you go. Yes.
All right, that's going to about do it for our first episode of Hobby Wire. If you guys would like to let us know in the comments what you thought, what you'd like us to do more of, what you'd like us to do less of, we're always happy to hear. And again, we're going to bring this to you probably every couple of weeks or so as the new product releases, demand in effect. Of course, as you know, the coronavirus has really disrupted not only human life in general, but and that includes, of course, hobby kit distribution.
Right.
So when things are going to come in at this point is just about anybody's guess, but when we get them, we will bring them to you. That's our promise.
Yep.
Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thanks again. I'm Scott Hards.
I'm Brian Keaney.
And we'll see you again next time.
Take care.